Hey everybody, Mindy from Quilting Mayhem. I thought I'd do kind of a real talk for you guys because I know probably quite a few of you maybe have a sewing room that looks like mine right now. I'm going to turn this camera around, but oh my god. Sing hot mess. Welcome to the Mayhem Sewing Room. I maybe have not really been able to be in my room in a while. I did have hand surgery. We do have, Jasper Dog and Bianca, which I know some of you have seen in some of my videos, but this is what the Mayhem Room looks like. If you haven't seen it, it's probably been a while. I know during COVID I did some videos. Like my design wall has fallen down. This is my stash. Yes, I'm a Lego geek. It's just this is like super embarrassing, but I'm letting you know. Projects everywhere. Um, but I love my sewing studio, and it is a hot mess of creativity. And I am very fortunate to have space. But I've even overflown into my poor dining room. There's the cutter or quilt. Sorry, I'm playing with because I don't have any room in my sewing room, so I had to branch into the dining room. And I know a lot of you struggle with this. Where like this is what happens. It happens like during the holidays. Happens maybe during the summer when you're traveling on all that, and you're trying to figure out like what do you do? Like how do you start finding your space again so you can actually be creative? Because I know this probably gives some of you some anxiety of the mess. Fortunately, it's generally just how I am. At least my floor is mostly clean. That's where I draw the line is I can't have like scraps on the floor. That drives me crazy. But really, it'll come down to I'm going to have to sort through everything, try to get some stuff in places. Sometimes that means I start cleaning out stash and deciding if any of that doesn't bring me joy anymore, and then it gets donated to, say, my employees or to a lot of times Project Linus, they take fabric and things, or to the guild if they're doing donation quilts, all that kind of stuff. But I start doing some reality checks of what am I just never going to get to? Like, what did I think I was going to do? And it may get from being a pile of what's going to be in a project to maybe it goes to stash, goes to donation, all those kinds of things. I know I just handed over to one of my employees a project from 5 years ago during COVID that I was doing sew along. I'm like, here, that sew along's over, and I don't need it anymore. Figure out something you want to do with the blocks. Because there is a lot of that. There is a lot of sew alongs and things where I make a lot of blocks. There's like that one. That was a great sew along. There's a lot of blocks in them. I still haven't figured out what to do with that one. I need a retreat like in my own home. So maybe do that for yourself. If you can give yourself a couple days in your home and just start sorting. Donate what doesn't make you happy. Like you're just never going to do it. And even if you tried to do it, it would be painful for you. Make those projects go away, whether it is putting it in stash, donating to somebody, all those kinds of things. Start making those decisions. And then generally, I just prioritize. What do I really need to get done? Say, Kona Block of the Month videos. Those of you that are following me for that, I promise they're in here, you know. And then what's almost done. Like what literally needs a binding? What needs just to be quilted? All those kinds of things. I just start prioritizing what can I delegate? Like if it needs to be quilted, what can I give to my long armor? What can I bat my eyes at my mother to do a binding on? All those kinds of things. Delegate if you can. Or like I said, if it's super easy and just needs to be done, maybe put those to the top because finishing is what really I know a lot of times just makes us happy. Like it's done. It's done. And so many projects get all the way up to almost that finish line and then sit there. And I don't know why. They just do. I have a lot of those. And so be a finisher. Go finish those things or make yourself kind of a UFO list. Like we do the UFO challenge for the year that helps people get through those kinds of things. Make yourself a list and that way you can cross things off a list. Some of you guys like that where you can, you see it in writing and you're crossing it off and getting things done. Do those kinds of techniques and then you tackle the rest and make time for you. Remember, that's what's really important is that sometimes you get so busy doing things for family, doing trips and work and all those other things, you forget to stop and slow down for you. And it's amazing how much your mindset can change when you do that. I actually did a day last week where I actually got to work from home. Granted, I was working on something for you guys. I was working on a future like block sampler, but I actually got to just make blocks and blocks, as they got done, it just made me happier because the pile of blocks that I was finishing kept getting bigger and bigger. And so seeing something actually come to that completion phase really does help change that mindset. So sometimes you just need to make sure that you do that. Like cross off a day, go look at your calendar. If you have a day with nothing on it, no work, no errands, no nothing, go cross it off and make that like a sewing room day where you can kind of get back into it. And sometimes even you can just ignore the hot mess, which is partially what I'm going to do today, and just sew because I have some blocks I need to do for you guys, and those are higher priority than cleaning my room, and that's part of why my room looks the way it does. But I am looking at my calendar and going, okay, this is Mindy's. Let's get some mayhem cleaned up and reorganized because I do know that once I can find my cutting table again, I do feel a lot better, and it's just going to require that dedicated time finishing some things, some videos for you guys, and get into that happy place because it makes me super happy, and that's why I quilt and do all these things and share all my mayhem, whether it's pretty or not. It's who we are. It's our reality. So take that time, even if it's just a half hour or an hour. Sometimes even doing that, just go dedicate a little time, maybe a little time after dinner, maybe a time before your day starts, however your personal schedule works. Just even pop in, and that might even help you because maybe you can't dedicate a day, maybe you have kids and family and parents that you take care of, all those kinds of things, and can't do a full day. Then give yourself little bits of time because you still will feel better once you get back to like, oh, okay, yes, I can see my cutting table, or I can see my sewing table, or my sewing machine, or my ironing board. Yeah, we use ironing boards for a lot of things besides ironing. All those things. Just carve out some time. Go find some time. Create that new habit of making time to get back to your sewing room, back to that happy place. I know it's still kind of sunny out for Washington. We're getting colder. Fall is, I can feel it. It's creeping in. I'm okay with that because we love sewing season. Fall sewing season is always a good time. So start getting ready for it, all right? Go clean up your room a little bit so that when the weather really does get gross, you can just sew. You don't have to look at that room and go, oh my God. Because that's what we do, right? We just kind of look at the mess and go, not today. Maybe I'll go read a book or something. No, start prepping now. Get ready because sewing helps the brain, helps us relax, gives us all the happy thoughts, all those kinds of things. All right. So hope this maybe helped you, maybe inspired you something different. If you have tips and tricks of how to kind of get back into that good sewing space, cleaning your room, organizing, all that, please share them. We love all the different tips and tricks because all of you have all kinds of different ideas. And always, if you need help, have questions, drop those in, call us, email us, all those kinds of things. You can always email info@quiltingmayhem.com, message us through social media. Hopefully you're following us on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, all those things. And we would love to hear from you. Share all the things, share pictures of your sewing room. You're not alone. Maybe yours is really pretty. I'd love to see a really pretty clean one and how you keep it clean. So have a lovely day. Keep on stitching.